Are you in pain? I'm Dr. Brian Hendricks. I'm a dentist at Dream Dental Implant Center, and I just wanted to talk to you about what I experience every day. I'm very blessed. I'm blessed because I help people. I help people get out of pain. Most people would think it's probably physical pain, but it's not. What I do is more emotional. Now, let me help you understand. Physical pain is bad. Don't get me wrong. Physical pain it's really hard for people. But what I really love doing is helping people get out of emotional pain. At Dream Dental Implant Center, we do things a little different than most people. We really have a very narrow focus on people that need one thing. They need a new smile. 95% of the patients we see, they're at a point where they can't save their teeth. They need to all come out. There's oftentimes they're struggling. They're struggling with so many things in their lives. Their physical health. They're struggling with their emotional health. And so the story is always very similar with the patients I see. With my dear patients, what I see happen is that they come in and they come to me for one of four reasons. 4 different things that cause them pain. Number 1, and the most common, is I hate my smile. Number 2 is I just can't eat, doc. I can't chew my food, and I don't enjoy going out. I have to be careful what restaurants I go to. I'm just not as social because of it. I feel like a gerbil when I eat. If you have a denture, oftentimes patients will say, gosh, I just can't chew my food well enough, or I can't taste my food, or it's so uncomfortable when I eat because the food's getting under the denture. The third reason is they're just afraid to spend more dentistry, spend more money on dentistry, meaning that they've gone to many dentists and they keep on telling me, yeah, let's do another root canal, do another crown. It'll just be another $1,000 here, another $1,000 there. And a lot of people, they get frustrated because they've spent so much money already, and they're just afraid that they keep on putting money into dentistry, and it's not going to give them the result that they want. The fourth thing is the comfort. It's lifestyle. A lot of people go to bed and have to wear a denture, and they take their dentures out, and it's really hard for people. They feel like they aren't a complete person. I have a lot of patients who tell me that they've never ever shown their husband their smile or their face without their dentures in. And I can't imagine hiding that from the person you live with every day. So this is the question I have to ask you is, obviously you're on this site or you saw this live video. Are you experiencing one of these 4 things? Are you really struggling with the pain of not feeling confident in your smile? Can you chew and eat your food? Are you able to enjoy life? Are you living in a state where you just feel like everything's being held back by your smile, and that your physical health is deteriorated? When you look in the mirror, you don't see the person you saw 20 years ago or even a few years ago. I have some patients that come in and they'll tell me that they've made some bad decisions in their life, and they've experimented with drugs and alcohol and made decisions that have really affected their teeth, which affected their smile, which affected their confidence, and ultimately the relationships led to divorce and breakups and lost jobs, lost opportunities, and they're in a place where they literally they'll do anything to get out of. I love these patients because I feel their pain. I feel them. At Dream Dental, what makes us different is that we can take a patient like this. Yesterday I talked about one of my patients named Laura. I have just, tons of patients that I think about. It makes me happy because the common theme that I see every time is that patients come in and they are in pain, they are shy, they're depressed, They're frustrated. They're a lot of times hopeless. Just feel like there's nothing that can be done. They've been told they have bone loss. They can't have implants. And I just love sitting down with these people and helping them feel like I care, because I really do. That's the thing, is that, what's funny is that it's hard for me to do videos like this because I don't have someone in front of me. But when I get a patient in front of me, I connect with them on such a level that all this becomes very natural for me. And I think that's one of the things that make us really different at Dream Dental, is that it's not an act. Unfortunately, I can't act well. My wife laughs that she sees right through me. There's no way. I have no poker face. If I try to hide things or whatever, she can see right through me. And I think that everyone can too. I'm a very transparent person. But so what I do in my consultations is I really connect with people and understand them. I ask a question. I'll ask this question every time. I say, I know that may seem obvious why you're here, but will you share with me the reason why you're here? And they'll go, well, look at me. Can't you just see that I'm here? And I go, well, I understand that, but I'm specifically want to understand why it is that you came to see me today. What is it? What triggered you to call me and to come in? And usually they'll tell me one of those 4 things. I don't like my smile. I can't eat my food. I'm afraid of wasting money on more dentistry. And they go on. And the thing here is that I listen to them, and I really try to take note of what they're trying to tell me. Most of the time, with women, they tell me that their smile is what they're missing most in their life. Men often tell me that it's, gosh, I just can't eat and chew. Men will tell me that, but at the end of the day, when all treatment is said and done, it's obvious that it wasn't just the fact they wanted to be able to eat or go to a buffet. They wanted something more. They wanted to see themselves differently. They wanted to be able to connect with their wife again, have that confidence again. And at deepest level, everybody just wants to be connected with people. We want to be accepted. We want to be loved. And a smile does that for you. So often people will come into my office and they'll say, gosh, I want to do this, but it's just so expensive. How can I do this? And what I tell people is that I know it's going to be a large investment for you. But I have seen this over and over again, that when a human being wants something, truly wants something, and they're willing to give their time, their energy, their money, their resources, they'll get creative. I believe that we're all creators. And again, I know this may sound cliche, but most of my patients, they find a way. A large number of my patients may have to wait a month or 2 or 3, and sometimes a year. I've had patients wait 3 or 4 years and come back and be ready to go forward with treatment. But it's a decision that they make in my office, that if they truly want something, they'll do whatever it takes to get it. And I can honestly look people in the eye and say it's worth it. I honestly will tell people it's worth taking the bus. Sell your car, get rid of the boat. Take out the second on the mortgage. Take the risk of asking your parents, your sister or brother to sign a finance document to make it so you can get a loan to do your teeth. Because when you change your smile, it'll change everything. And I believe this with all my heart, that if you change your smile, the way you see yourself, the way you see life will change. And the areas you want to get better in, the areas that are holding you back, if it's in a relationship, let me tell you a story. This happened just last week. Her name is Janessa, and oh man, I just love this girl. I fell in love with her from the beginning. Janessa's in her mid-20s. She's a teacher. Her dad came with her to the consultation. her dad's story was unique. He said, I had this exact procedure done. I did all on 4 implants at a very well-known implant center here locally. And my experience was okay. But I've heard so many people, and I went online and I saw your reviews, and it just seems like there's something special here. And I want to know if this is the best place or if I should just have her go back to where I had it done. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate that her dad was so concerned and wanted to make sure that her experience was unique and special. But let me tell you about Janessa. Janessa is a 25-year-old teacher. She was born with a unique dental disease where her teeth really never formed. Her bone never formed in her mouth. And you can see pictures of her on our Facebook page, and she was very generous. But let me not get ahead of myself. But Janessa is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman on the inside and on the out. But here's the problem. Janessa didn't see herself that way. And as she talked to me, head down, low voice, slow, I'd seen her eyes, that the way that she saw herself was so different than how her dad saw her, how I saw her. And I just fell in love with her. Excuse me. One of the things that I'm really, I feel people. I love people. It's who I am. So as this woman sat across from me, I saw her differently than she saw herself. I saw this beautiful, confident woman that's been given this great life. But I needed her to see that. So in my office, I sat there and talked with her and asked her, what is it that you want? What are you looking to get out of this? And she said, Doc, I'm 25 and 26, I don't know exactly the age, but I'm in my 20s, and I really want to be able to find someone. I want to be able to get married one day. And I just don't want to be lonely. Yeah, I'm a boob. Because I got emotional there too. I get emotional talking about it, but excuse me. I told her, I said, Janessa, I promise you, if you trust me, I'll be part of your second chapter. I'm gonna get you married, girl. Because you're gorgeous. You really are. We just gotta get you to see that. I said, if you trust me, we're gonna take out the rest of your teeth. And then one day we're gonna put implants in, and we're gonna give you a smile that just rocks, it rocks your world. It gives you that confidence to approach any man and own him. And you know what? She smiled. And I saw that hope. And that's what I want to see in my patients the first day, is that they can just have a hope that's going to get better. And I recognized, I said, Janessa, that right there, that's what I want to see more of. I want you to be who you are. I don't want you to hold back anymore. I want you to hold back those lips. I don't want you to feel like you have to refrain from smiling. I want you to be your full self. You live every day. You teach our kids. You give so much of yourself every day. Let me be a part of your story. And this beautiful woman and her dad trusted me to let me change her life. Fast forward to the surgery. Super nervous. Matter of fact, the very first day, we The first time we actually were going to do IV sedation on her, meaning that we were going to give her a little bit of medication and make it so that she could sleep. Not sleep, but basically be, kind of asleep. Sedation is a place where we give a little bit of medication, you still breathe by yourself, but it kind of makes you so you're more relaxed. Well, her anxiety was so high that when I brought her in, we had scheduled the whole day out for her, but her anxiety was so high and she was so unique that I couldn't get her comfortable, not without risking her safety. And so I woke her up, or I let her kind of become more aware, and I said, Janessa, I think we should reschedule your surgery, bring in an anesthesiologist so that I can make sure that you have a good experience. And so we rescheduled the whole surgery for the day. Brought in my ninja anesthesiologist, and that day we were able to do the surgery. And usually in my office, I'll actually do the surgery one day, and the very next day is when we deliver the teeth. And the patients will go home and be awake for a few hours before they go to bed. We'll give them a mask, and they don't look at themselves. But I like to deliver my teeth the next day. I used to deliver all the same day, but I've changed my feelings on that. I feel like it's better to give patients a day so that we can make sure the device is just right, so they're not numb, and so that they have a chance to see it, make sure they like it. But I get off track here. Let's focus again. And what I want to tell you is that that day we man, it was just awesome. I look back, I just love I truly love what I do. I don't love everything. There's times as a dentist we deal with a lot of stress, and there's things about dentistry that can be hard, I'm sure. But man, I tell you, nothing's like living when you wake someone up and you show them their smile for the first time, and they see themselves in a different way. And that's what happened to Janessa when she woke up. When she woke up, she looked at her dad and grabbed the beer, and it was just a special moment where for the first time she saw herself differently. And I am just so very grateful. So grateful to be a dentist, to be able to help people find themselves, discover themselves, become their best selves. I don't know if you are in that situation, or you know someone is in a situation where they need their life changed. But there is a way. There are some problems in life that we can't solve, at least not easily, at least without God's help. But a smile is something we can change. And we do have unique options and unique opportunities. And that's what makes Dream Dental different. That's what makes me different. That's what makes the doctors that work in my office different, is that I have one criteria. Just one. Well, I have a lot of criteria, but the most important criteria for me and for all my employees is this: do you really love people? Because that's something you can't fake. Either you love people and it's natural for you, or you don't. You have to fake it to live in our society. But you can tell when someone truly cares about you. And hopefully you can feel this: I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're at in your life. But I know your story. I know how you feel. And I've worked with thousands of patients. Been blessed to change many lives. And I promise you that there is a way to get your confidence back. I promise you that if you trust the process that we do at Dream Dental, and we can take you from a place where you don't want to look in the mirror. You turn off the lights and you walk to the bathroom because you don't want to see yourself. When you're hiding yourself, you're reclusive. You're not the person you were when your spouse married you. You don't go to the graduation parties. You don't go out to dinner with your friends. And in just a day, we'll change your life so dramatically that you will be a different person. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful, and I hope you feel that. I'm so grateful to God. So grateful to God and for my family, and for just this amazing opportunity to be able to change lives. My mentor, dear mentor and friend, Tony Robbins, he often says, the secret to living is giving. And I'd love to be able to give you a new smile. I'd love to be able to change your life. I'd love to be able to help you in a way that very few people can. So if you hear this, if you're watching this video either live or in the future, it's a long video. I'm sorry I went on a lot longer than I expected, but if you're at a place in your life where you want to discover what it's like to feel that confidence again, if you want to discover what it's like to smile, the biggest smile in a picture, if you want to be able to experience this amazing experience of feeling good about yourself, please call my office. Look us up online, dreamdentalimplantcenter.com, and don't hesitate. We don't charge for our consultations. We simply will sit down with you for about an hour, sometimes 2 hours. I talk a lot, as you can tell, and get to know you and to know your reasons, your pain, your suffering, and we formulate a unique plan just for you. And like I said, it can be as little as one day that we can change your life, and we have lots of different options, and we go through those options. You'll leave my office with hope. You leave my office with a love. I think you'll feel connected to me and my staff. And most importantly, I think you'll leave my office feeling like life's going to change and that life will never be the same again. I'm so grateful. Thank you for watching, and I hope that I see you in the future. If not, please watch my other videos and kind of discover what we do at Dream Dental. It's not just about me. I have an amazing staff, amazing team. I just woke up this morning feeling like, you know what, I have something inside of me that I just have to give. And as much as uncomfortable it is at times to be on a video, I do feel like it's a way that I can connect and reach out to people and be able to connect it with them in a way that's unique. So I'll stop talking, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.